400 trillion to 1? 400 trillion to 1. 400 trillion to 1. The odds of becoming a human being. It's impossible to be a human being. You won. What if I told you this was the last Monday morning of your life? What if I told you you died this week? Would you complain about your crap job or that test you don't want to take? I doubt it. You would go much higher level thinking. Well, that's really what it takes. It takes understanding that if you're not pumped right now, if you're begrudging what you're about to do, if you're not looking forward to it, look, I respect practicality. You gotta go through school because your parents want to. You gotta pay your rent. You got student loans. I get it. But please recognize the world we're living in. I mean, look, you might not even be alive. Like, your mom and dad could have had sex like 3 minutes later and you wouldn't even exist and you're complaining. You could have ended up being a bus, a tree. I just don't get the mentality of being head down sad on a Monday morning. I'm gonna make Monday morning my bitch. I'm gonna make you Saturday Monday morning. That's what I wanna do every morning, and that's what I want from you. Please, take a step back and think about how awesome it actually is. And then recognize that you can attack the world in a totally different way because you were lucky enough to be born during this era. Business and entrepreneurship is much more UFC than it is boxing. In boxing, a loss is devastating. Everybody's got losses in the UFC. And so I think that's how entrepreneurship, that's how life is. We all have losses. And so I like losses. I love adversity. I like the climb. I like the chip on my shoulder. I like when people are like, oh, I knew it, he's not that good. Where you go when you don't know what you want to do is you have to try to do things. I mean, it's not super complicated. So if you've got a trust fund, or if you've saved some money, or if you're living, ghetto and don't give a shit and live with 11 roommates, what you got to do is you got to go and try things. You got to try operations, you got to try sales, you got to try all these different things. That's really just the only option out there.
Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Life is not a parabolic curve, doesn't go straight up. A lot of lumps, a lot of bumps, a lot of throttling up, a lot of throttling down. I have never yet met a successful person that hasn't had to overcome either a little or a lot of adversity in his or her life.
The other thing that keeps most people from realizing their true greatness and their true potential, circumstances, their environment. There are many people who believe because of where they're born, because of the area where they are in life and where they find themselves, that's all they know.
There are some people who can handle anything, not because their circumstances are different. You see, your circumstances have very little to do with your fulfillment in life. Very little. It's how you're approaching your circumstances. It's your attitude towards your circumstances that make all the difference in the world.
Every moment of your life, this choice is yours. You can either be a host or a hostage to your ego. It's your call.